Hello, viewers. This is Attorney Naresh Gehi, and I've been getting a lot of questions from people. What can I do before the Trump administration comes in and immigration laws become difficult? This is a very important question, and I know for sure, based upon the news that I'm reading, is that immigration is going to be one of the top priorities of the Trump administration. How should you prepare? Number one, if you are undocumented and if you're single, consider getting married to an American citizen, which means that even if you cross the border and if you have come to America, start applying for your paperwork, because eventually, even if you came without inspection, you may be able to apply for the provisional waiver, which means the 601A waiver, and qualify for the green card. That's number one. Second example, you came to America on a visit visa. You have overstayed your visa. Get married to an American citizen and you may qualify for a green card in America. You may not have to leave the country. So that's the second way. Third, if you cannot find an American citizen, look for a green card holder. And if you find a green card holder, if you marry, you may still have light at the end of the tunnel. If you're legal, excellent. You don't have to worry about it. But if you're out of status, there are ways through which you may still qualify for a green card. Third way. Fourth important thing is you're here, you're out of status, and you can still consider political asylum if you fear persecution going back to your country because of your race, because of your religion, or because of your membership in a social group. Very often people think that you have to apply, that it is mandatory for you to apply for asylum within 1 year. This is not true. The law is very clear that if there are exceptional circumstances or if there are sudden changes in the country, you can consider applying for a late asylum. But be very careful. The government will look at your application very carefully. And if you have legitimate reasons for applying late, the good thing is at least you'll be legal for the time being. Until then, your case will be in the pipeline. And after a couple of years, you may also qualify for some relief from the immigration court. You will be getting your work permit in most instances. And above all, you cannot be deported generally when your application is pending. So that's another way of becoming legal. The other thing is that I've met people who are married to American citizens in the past. And if you're separated, and if your spouse gave you a very hard time, and if she was mentally abusive, if she was a US citizen or a green card holder, you may still be eligible for VAWA, that's battered spouse, if you have not been divorced. Which means if you have been separated and if you don't have a divorce, or even if you have a divorce and you still have 2 years from the date of the divorce to file for your VAWA application, which is a battered spouse. And under battered spouse, you do not need any signatures from your spouse. That's a very important relief which people do not think about. The other way to qualify to become legal is if you have been a victim of a crime, which means that you are a victim of a crime and you have helped law enforcement. Example, you used to work on a gas station while you were a student, or while you are undocumented, or you work for a store, a liquor store, or you are robbed and you're helping the police. The good news is, even if the crime happened a while ago, you can still consider the U visa, which can be a big benefit to you. So these are some of the important things that people have to know. And imagine that you applied for a late asylum. And if your asylum does not get granted, you may still be eligible for relief, for withholding or removal, or under Article 3 of the United States Convention Against Torture. So there are ways, there's nothing to panic, and you may be okay. Now, there's another way to look at it, is that you are a parent in this country. For example, you are over here and you came with a visa, and your children in America, and they are over the age of 21. Your children are US citizens and they are over the age of 21. And if you entered with a visa, great news, you can still apply for a green card in America. Besides that, there may be a few other ways for you to qualify, but these are some of the most common ways to which I tell my clients that consider being legal in the country. Do something about your status, and if you have fallen out of status, and if there were things beyond your control, consider getting back to status by applying for reinstatement of status, or work with an attorney who can help you and work with you, because if you do not keep yourself legal in this country, it can become a problem for you. And the way we look at it is that the administration is planning on mass deportations. Please do not wait for the last minute, and speak to attorneys who can really understand your case and help you. Now, there are some people who have been ordered deported, and their spouses in this country are US citizens, or their children who are American citizens. Depending upon the facts and circumstances of your case, you may still be eligible for relief. There's no guarantee, but it's time for you to get up. Don't be scared. There's a very good saying in English that fortune favors the brave. When the great get going, the going gets great, and the Lord is the strength of the strong. So have hope. By just sleeping over a problem, you will not be able to resolve the problem. Speak to very good immigration lawyers. Get your immigration file in order and think about the word green card. Remember what Julius Caesar said: I came, I saw, I conquered. If you believe in all these great things, I can promise you that you will be able to do something about your case. Of course, we can do our best. Rest, it's up to Mother Nature. And if there's anything we can help you, I would be more than happy to answer your questions. This is Attorney Naresh Gehi, Principal Attorney of Gehi & Associates. And you can reach us at www.gehilaw.com. And we handle immigration cases from all over the United States and the world. We have offices in New York City, 3 offices in Queens, and 1 office in Texas. So you can reach us and we'll be happy to answer your questions. The number to call is 718-263-5999 for a free initial personal consultation. This is an attorney advertisement. Prior results do not guarantee future outcome, and we'll be keeping you updated with some more news as we hear how immigration laws are going to change under the Trump administration.